Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum and welcome in the third lesson of Learn Arabic with Zainab Jaafar. Before we start our lesson for today, let's have a review of lesson number 2. In lesson number 2, we explained the syllabification in Arabic and said that it is very necessary to learn in order to master Arabic pronunciation. We said that a syllable starts with a moved consonant and includes all the vowels and unmoved consonants that follows it. We explained the definite and indefinite words, the nakira and mu'arrafa. In order to make a word definite, we attach L at the beginning of it. We said that if the word starts with a moon letter, harf qamari, then it won't have any change in pronunciation like Qamar, al-Qamar. But if it starts with a sun letter, harf shamsi, then the lam of the L will be assimilated and the first letter of the word is doubled, like shams, ash-shams. We explained also a new haraka which is called tanween and said that tanween is a doubled short vowel. So that fatha is a, tanween al-fath is an, Dhamma is U, tanween al-Dhamm is Un, and finally Kasra is I, tanween al-Kasr is In. This is a quick review of lesson number 2 for those missing it. Please check the link in the description for lesson 2 for all the details. Now let's start our lesson for today. At the beginning of our lesson for today, we will start by some main characteristics of Arabic. In lesson number 1, we had 2 characteristics and today we will have another 2. As I promised, starting from this lesson, I will be explaining the letters in details. In each coming lesson, inshallah, we will have about 4 letters. Today we will have Dal, Ba, Mim, and Nun. As a new item in the lesson, we are going to have a grammar zone. For today, we're going to have the demonstrative pronoun this. The last thing that we will learn is how to ask a question with what. So let's start. Bismillah. As far as the main characteristics of Arabic, we will have 2 important points. The first one is about the indefinite word nakira. In order to refer for an indefinite word in English, we usually use a or an. So, for a singular moon, we say a moon. For one apple, we say an apple. In Arabic, there are no such indefinite letters. Instead, we use tanween al-Dhamm to refer for an indefinite word. So, for a moon, we say qamarun. It is originally qamar, but if we want to use it as a singular, we usually use tanween al-Dhamm. Of course, we are talking about the modern Arabic. So for a moon, we say qamarun. For an apple, we say tuffahun. Originally, it is tuffah, and with the tanween al-Dhamm, it becomes tuffahun. Notice tanween al-Dhamm in both of the words. So the first significant point about Arabic today is that tanween al-Dhamm is used to refer to an indefinite word. The second significant point about Arabic is that Arabic has only main verbs. And the most interesting thing is that only simple verbs are available. So there are no helping verbs in Arabic and there are no compound verbs as well. Now we'll start explaining the alphabets in details. If you remember from lesson number 1, these are the Arabic alphabets. They are 28. We tackled them very quickly in lesson number 1, but today we're going to have 4 of them in details. The first letter that we will learn for today is Dal. It is the 8th letter in the Arabic alphabet. Now let's see where to find it in a keyboard, and as I promised, let's find out where to find it in a phone keypad as well. In a keyboard, Dal is found with larger than. In an Apple keypad, Dal is in the middle of the 3rd row, just above the space. By the way, it is called masafa. Masafa. In an Android keypad, Dal is the first letter to the right of the 3rd row. Now let's have the letter in details. As far as the pronunciation of dal, it is similar to the d of door. It is named dal, and with the harakat it is pronounced as d with fatha, du with dhamma, and di with kasra. With the long vowels it becomes da, du, di. Let's have some examples, and the first is with the harakat. With the fatha we have deaf, deaf. With dhamma, dub, dub. With kasra, dir, dir. And with sukoon, badr, badr. Now let's have it with the long vowels. With a, de becomes da, and example of it is dar. With u, it becomes do, and example of it is douche. With e, it becomes di, and example of it is dik. So, dar, douche, dik. Dar, douche, dik. Now what about the shape of dal in the three positions, initial, medial, and final one? We had several examples of the initial dal, and now this is another one. Dajaja, dajaja. Example of a medial position of dal is qadr, qadr. And the final position we have walad, walad. Now notice the shape of dal has not changed in the three positions, except for a little extension which preceded it in the medial and final positions. This happens by default when we connect the letters with each other. Our second letter for today is ba. Ba is the second letter in the alphabet. In a keyboard, ba is found with F key. In an Apple keypad, ba is in the second row. In an Android, it is almost in the same position. As far as the pronunciation of ba, it is similar to the b of book. It is named ba, and with the harakat it becomes ba, bu, and bi. With long vowels it becomes ba, bu, bi. Let's have examples of it. With fatha, bahr, bahr. With dhamma, bun, bun. With kasra, bint, bint. And with sukoon, qabr, qabr. Now with long vowels, bab, bab. Bouq, bouq. Jabin, jabin. And the positions of ba, in the initial we have bait, bait. In the medial one we have habr, habr. And in the final one we have kalb, kalb. Notice here the shape of ba is also unchanged except for the extension that connects the letters. The third letter today is mim. Mim is the 24th letter in Arabic, and it can be found in the keyboard with L key. In an Apple keypad, mim is to the right of the second row and almost has the same position in an Android. Mim is similar to the me of man, and with the harakat it becomes me with fatha, mu with dhamma, and mi with kasra. And with the long vowels it is ma, mu, mi. Examples of mim are maktab with fatha, maktab, maktab. Muhandis with dhamma, muhandis, muhandis. With kasra, mibrad, mibrad. And with sukoon, tamr, tamr. Now with the long vowels, mal, mal. Musa, Musa. Mizan, mizan. As for the three positions, in the initial position, maktaba, maktaba. In the medial one, qamar, qamar. And in the final position, dam, dam. Now the shape of meme has the default shape of the letter only in the final position. In the initial and medial ones, it is changed when connected with the other letters. So here we need to pay a little attention in order to recognize the letter if we are new learners of Arabic alphabet. Our last letter for today is Noon. Noon is the 25th letter in the Arabic alphabet. In a keyboard, it is found with K. In an Apple keypad, it is found in the second row, and it has the same position in an Android. Now, Noon is similar to the N of man, and with a Fatha it becomes N, with a Dhamma it becomes Nu, and with a Kasra it becomes Ni. With long vowels it becomes Na, Nu, Ni. Now, examples of Noon with the harakat, with Fatha, Nahr, Nahr, with Dhamma, Nufakha, Nufakha, with Kasra, Nisr, Nisr, and with Sukun, Manzil, Manzil. With long vowels we have Nar, Nar, Nur, Nur, which means light, and Tinnin, Tinnin. As far as the positions of Noon, in the first position, Najma, Najma, Anab in the medial position, Anab, Anab, and in the final one we have Sin, Sin. Now notice the difference between the shape of Noon in the initial, medial, and final positions. Now let's see if you can remember these words. If you can, try to match the following keywords with the pictures. If you need to go back in the video to check out the words, no problem. Have a review of all the listening keywords and try to do this exercise. Please leave the answers in the comment bar. Our grammar zone for today will be about the demonstrative pronoun this. In English, the demonstrative pronoun this is used for both masculine and feminine. So when pointing at a boy, we say this boy, and when we point at a girl, we say this girl. So the same demonstrative pronoun is used for both genders in English. In Arabic, there are two kinds of this. A special this for masculine and a special one for feminine. Let's see what are they. The masculine this in Arabic is hada. Hada. Hada is originally written like this. Ha, alif, dal, alif. But because in Quran it is written like the one in the blue box, so you will find hada written in such a way in all the Arabic texts. And that is applied in our writing as well. So when you want to write hada, don't write the alif. But when you want to say hada, you have to pronounce the alif. Now hada is for masculine. Hada, hada. The other demonstrative pronoun which is used for feminine is called hadihi. Hadihi. Hadihi is also pronounced as hadihi, but written as the one in the pink box. Hadihi. Hadihi. So you need to pronounce this more than once in order to remember that the letter alif is not written but pronounced. Hada, hadihi. Hada, hadihi. Now remember, hada is used for masculine and hadihi is used for feminine. Let's have some examples. Hada waladun. Hada waladun. It means this is a boy. Please pay attention to the application of the 2 points we introduced at the beginning of this lesson. The first is that tanween al-dam is used to refer to an indefinite noun. So a boy in Arabic is simply waladun. Waladun. The second important point is that there is no helping verb in Arabic. So we don't have something like hada is waladun. No, simply we say hada waladun. Hada waladun. Another example is هذه بنت. هذه بنت. So هذا ولد. هذه بنت. Let's have another example. هذا ديك. هذا ديك. هذه دجاجة. هذه دجاجة. هذا ديك. هذه دجاجة. Now let's move a little forward and see how to ask with what. What means ma in Arabic. And to ask a question like what is this, we will have two forms as well. It is not about ma, it is the same for both genders, but it is about this. So when we want to say what is this, for masculine we say ما هذا. ما هذا. For feminine we say ما هذه. ما هذه. And both mean what is this. Let's have some examples. ما هذا. ما هذا. هذا باب. هذا باب. ما هذه. ما هذه. هذه مكتبة. هذه مكتبة. Please notice the division of words into masculine and feminine. ما هذا. ما هذا. هذا ولد. هذا ولد. ما هذه. ما هذه. هذه بنت. هذه بنت. Now your turn. Please try to answer the following. Number 1 is for masculine and number 2 is for a feminine thing. 1. ما هذا. هذا. Number 2. ما هذه. هذه. Number 3. ما هذا. هذا. Number 4. ما هذه. هذه. Number 5. ما هذا. هذا. And number 6. ما هذه. هذه. Please try to do these exercises and leave the answers in the comments so that I can check whether you got the information or not. Before we end our lesson for today, let's have a review about the lesson's keyword. Please listen and repeat. بنت. بنت. دار. دار. دجاجة. دجاجة. نار. نار. مكتبة. مكتبة. The other part is deaf. deaf. دب. دب. درع. درع. دم. دم. دوش. دوش. نهر. نهر. نسر. نسر. بحر. بحر. بن. بن. بوق. بوق. بيت. بيت. ديك. ديك. باب. باب. نور. نور. مكتب. مكتب. Notice that the words before this word are all, the masculine ones, are all one syllable word. Now مكتب is a two syllable word. مكتب. 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 مهندس. مهندس. Three syllables. مهندس. مهندس. For those who have no idea about syllables, we have tackled this in lesson number 2, so please check it out. مبرد. مبرد. Two syllables. مبرد. ميزان. ميزان. Two syllables as well. منزل. منزل. Two syllables as well. مال. مال. One syllable. موسى. موسى. Two syllables as well. This is everything for today. I wish that the information presented are easy to perceive. Inshallah, in lesson number 4, we will have a demonstrative pronoun that, along with another group of letters. If you like the lesson, please hit a thumb up and share it with your friends who like to learn Arabic. A big thanks for everyone helping to spread the lessons. For everyone, don't forget to leave your answers and feedback in the comments. See you inshallah in lesson number 4. Thank you very much for watching and fi amanillah. God bless.